Dear students, I, Mrs. Neeta Ivle, once again welcome you to Expert Lecture Series organized by Gokhale Education Society's Central Coordination Committee for Class 12. Till now, we understood all the syllabus, question paper pattern for the subject Organization of Commerce and Management in last lecture. You also studying well, grasping all the points given in the textbook. But still, you would have many doubts, many questions in your mind regarding presentation of answer sheet. That is why I am here to help you with presentation tips and techniques, which will definitely help you to score better in board exams. Apart from studying hard, grasping everything, and retaining everything, the key to performing well in the exams is being able to study smartly and in a proper manner so that your efforts essentially convert into impressive performance. Yes, it is not easy task but not a tougher one too. With a proper study plan and essential materials, any student can score better in the 12th board exams. Exactly. This is what I am going to share with you. That is techniques to be used while solving board paper. Today, we will focus on the following points. First, we will talk about chapter-wise weightage. Also, how to plan for studies and how to get ready for the exams. Then, we will understand presentation techniques for each question with effective time management. After that, we will see the most important part which will help you to score better is the special tips for effective presentation. So, let's first understand the chapter-wise weightage, that is distribution of marks for each chapter. Total marks are 80 and with option the paper will be of 116 marks. Now see the chapter 4, that is business services, has weightage of 27 marks and marketing has 20 marks. Let's move further. Now see what is important to prepare yourself. You should know the latest 12th syllabus and exam paper pattern to prepare properly for the exam. I have explained all syllabus and question paper pattern in detail in last lecture. So I am sure that you understood it properly, so that you can easily analyze various chapters in a better way by identifying out the latest marking scheme and weightage. You should set a specific time based on the topic and try to complete it. Make your study plan such a way that you must not feel it is hectic. In your study plan, make sure that you are specific. Make it easier and make sure that you can complete it as per the set target. You should summarize various chapters and write a note after a completion of every topic. It will help you to understand the concept of the chapter at the time of revision. So make chapter-wise revision notes prepare. You should take proper breaks between study periods. Without the proper break, your mind will feel fatigue and your efficiency of the study will gradually go down. Breaks will help you to make yourself refreshed and relaxed. For that, you should do basic exercises and meditation daily. Remember that overthinking, stress, worry are the accused to prevent you from preparing better for board exam. While you are studying, you should cut yourself from the source of distractions. If you stay away from distractions, it will be easy for you to concentrate properly on the studies. Keep in mind that the study plan may not be fixed as same for the whole year. You can change the plan after your improvement in speed and managing time. Do not make it messy. Make a clean and achievable target study plan. You should eat hygiene food and avoid outsider food because a healthy body and a healthy mind is the key to success in any field, whether it is an exam preparation or any other competition. After completion of study, it is a good way to prepare and be exam ready mentality. The more you practice and solve question papers, the more confident you will be. You will also get an idea about the question type and your current preparation status. You should solve a various variety of question papers as much as possible. So you will not get panic while solving the question paper in board exam. So you can raise your confidence level. By solving many questions from sample papers, you will learn time management. It will be very helpful while solving the question paper in the board. You will become more familiar with any type of question, so you can boost your problem solving speed easily. Now friends, let's see how to write the answers effectively. As you know, we have 80 marks question paper and the time is 3 hours. Now see, question number 1 is for 20 marks objective question. As I stated in last lecture, we have only 4 types of objective questions from 10 types of objective questions given in the textbook. Each sub question is for 5 marks. Friends, in next part, let's see how to present each type of question. Now see, this is question number 2. You are solving here 4 questions out of 6 for 2 marks each. I think you should solve this question in 15 minutes. Suppose the first sub question is marketing mix. Just write any 2 points because the question is only for 2 marks. Regarding it, you can write definition, you can write features, you can write advantages, you can write disadvantages of the given concept. Right? Here I have given an example how can you write this question. Now see the next question, that is question number 3. Study the following cases or situation and express your opinion. Solve any 2 out of 3 for each 3 marks. Spend 15 minutes to complete it. Here you will be given a case or situation and 3 questions will be asked after each case. You are expected to write only answers here and write only answers in 1 sentence or even in 1 word. You have to answer or analyze or justify or express opinion related with the question. Don't write irrelevant information. Have this question number 4, and that is distinguish between. Each question is of 4 marks. You have to solve 3 questions out of 4. So, total marks for the question is 12. Solve it in 30 minutes. That means each sub-question in 10 minutes. You must have complete conceptual clarity of both the terms. Marks allotted only when matter written in both columns is correct. If the matter written in one column, that is for one concept, is correct and it is wrong in another column, you will be awarded 0. Answer should be in full sentence and not in word or phrase. So, presentation matters here. You should solve this in tabular form as I shown here. 4 columns should be there. Serial number, criteria, that means point of difference, and 2 terms. The point of criteria should be logical. You should avoid repetition. Let's see what is question number 5. It is nothing but answer in brief. Each question carries 4 marks. You are going to solve any 2 questions out of 3 for 4 marks each. Write this question in 20 minutes. Now, the question carries 4 marks. So, you have to write at least 4 points for each question. Start with introduction. I would like to suggest you to give at least 5 to 6 points with proper explanation. Though board has asked us to write any 4 points, I will suggest to write 5 to 6 points. And the explanation should be to the point. Question number 6 is justify the following statements. Each statement carries 4 marks here. Total number of sub-questions are 4 and you have to attempt any 2 for 4 marks each. Complete the question in 20 minutes. You have to apply reasoning ability here. You are expected to write at least 4 points in support of each statement. You just have to explain 4 logical points to support the given statement. Obviously, if you have understood the unit properly, you can answer the question easily. Question number 7 is attempt the following. The question is for 5 marks each, so at least 5 points are expected. Again, I will suggest you must write at least 6 to 7 to 8 points. Here, in detail, you have to write the answer. In this question, there are 3 sub-questions. Out of 3, you have to solve any 2 for 5 marks each. Spend 20 minutes to attempt it. Start with introduction. Question number 8 is long answer type question. There will be 2 sub-questions of 8 marks each. Any one has to be solved. But note that elaborate explanation is expected here as the question carries 8 marks. You must write introduction, meaning in your own words. Examples and elaborated explanation of given question is expected here. The question gives freedom of explanation to you. Now in this way we completed all the 8 questions. Now this is your question paper and the time management to solve it. Hope you well understood all the points. Now move further to most useful part of the lecture, that is special tips for effective and confident presentation. Start new question on a new page. You all know this, but I am just going to recall you all the things, right? Write the question number and sub-question number clearly on the top of the page. You must use simple language, small and grammatically correct sentences so that confusion will not be created. Write complete spelling. You know, you have the habit of writing GM instead of good morning, etc. But don't write MGT for management or CO for company in board paper. This will not be entertained at all. Okay? Write complete sentences. Especially in question number 4, that is distinguish between, you must write in both the columns complete sentences. Okay? So what is the next tip? That is check accuracy of the figures. Friends, while writing any number, that means if you are going to write the year of the act, etc., you must be confident about the figures which you are going to write. Otherwise, if you don't know, if you are not confident about that, please avoid it. Okay? Solve only the required number of sub-questions. Otherwise, you will not able to complete your paper in time. Write answers in the form of points. You should avoid to write in essay type. Cover all the points given in the textbook. Now, there are number of points given in the textbook. You should refer them and you should write those points only. Be through with the board textbook. It is important to highlight the points. You can underline, you can write in capital letters, you can draw boxes for those points, but you must underline the key points and the sub-points of your answer. You must write in legible handwriting. It is very important, students. Legible means that can be read. The examiner should be able to read your letters. Similarly, most importantly, try to maintain your speed throughout the exam. This will come with only practice. Improve your handwriting speed by practicing. And keep in mind that presentation matters the most. Write your paper in a neat and systematic manner. At the end, your answer sheet should appear neat and creative, which can fetch you better marks. If you follow these tips, you can surely score 90 plus in board exam for the subject Organization of Commerce and Management. Friends, hopefully this will help you. So, get ready, be confident. All the very best for your board exams. Thank you for watching attentively.